What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So following on from yesterday's video where we bought an ETF in the clean energy sector, today we'll be looking into one of my other pies which only has one position as of now, which is my material sector pie. So we'll be adding 4 more companies into this pie today to help improve my diversification. As I stated on Monday's video, I wanted to really start to ramp up my diversification across different sectors where I felt I was open to exposure. So once I have all of that complete this week, in next week's videos I'll be investing my capital in once I have these positions added into the portfolios. Also, if you're new around here, please consider subscribing to this channel as it would really help me and the channel out going forward. And with all that being said, let's dive right onto my trading 212 portfolio. Currently, my overall portfolio value is €4,834. That works out at about $5,500, give or take. We can see here that we're up 8.34% overall on my portfolio. And in my materials position, as I said, we only have the one company as of now, which is Barrick Gold. So I really want to ramp up the diversification in this sector. We are currently down 6.32% in this position. And again, I actually don't even mind seeing those kind of numbers because that means I can improve my dollar cost averaging when I do start to invest more into this company next week. As the main objective of adding these 4 companies to this sector pie is to improve my diversification. So for example, there'd be no point in me adding 4 more gold stocks in here as we already have the one Barrick Gold as of now. So the companies that I'll be adding in will be in such basic materials or raw materials as the chemical sector, the steel, industrial metals and mining, and specialty chemicals. So I really feel that by adding these 4 companies in, it will really help with my diversification. So the first company that I'll be adding today into my material sector pie is Air Products and Chemicals Incorporated with ticker symbol APD. It's currently trading at about $266. It pays a forward dividend yield of $5.36 per share or 2.01%. On the 1-year chart, this time last year it was trading at about $237 or so it's up about $30 on the 1-year chart, which is okay, I suppose, considering that this is definitely a dividend aristocrat as it's on the list and has paid a consecutive dividend for over 25 years. So it's obviously in the basic materials sector, but its industry is chemicals and currently employs over 19,000 full-time employees. If we scroll down here, we can see their top shareholders currently, with the Vanguard Group with an 8.88% holding, BlackRock with 7%, and State Farm Mutual Automobile Insurance with 6.35%. So just a brief overview of who Air Product and Chemicals are. So they engage in the manufacture and distribution of atmospheric gases. It operates through the following segments: Industrial Gas Americas, Industrial Gases EMEA, Industrial Gases Asia, Industrial Gases Global, and Corporate and Other. So it really is diversified across the globe, which definitely is what I'm looking for to add to my portfolio. Also, as some of my portfolio is based around dividends, it's good to see that it's on the dividend aristocrat list also. And I was actually surprised. I thought it was 25 years that I had consecutive dividends, but it's actually 37, which is even better. And 2 other of the 4 companies on today's list are also on the dividend aristocrat list, which is definitely something to look out for. The second company that I'll be adding today is Nucor Corporation with ticker symbol NUE. It's currently trading at about $53.86. If we look down here, we can see their forward dividend is currently just under 3% at $1.61 per share. On their 1-year chart, they're in the red from last year. They were about $55, but obviously because of the massive decline or nosedive in March, it went down to about half of what it was at $30. But since then, we can see it's made a decent recovery and is nearly back up to its pre-crash levels. So this company helps diversify my materials portfolio further, as this is in the steel industry and currently employs about 26,500 full-time employees. In terms of the top holders, if we scroll down here, we can see that Vanguard Group has 12.1% holding, State Farm Mutual has 9.34%, and in third position is BlackRock with just under 7% holding. Just to give a brief synopsis of who Nucor Corp are, they engage in the manufacturing of steel and steel products. It operates through the following segments: steel mills, steel products, and raw materials. It is also worth noting that they have paid an increased dividend for the last 46 years, which is certainly very impressive. The third position that I'm adding today is Ecolab with ticker symbol ECL, and it's currently trading at $212.27. It currently pays a forward dividend yield of 0.88% or $1.88 overall. On the 1-year chart, this time last year, they were paying a price at about $182.50. But like the prior companies, it had a crash in March. It went down to about 141, so it went down about $60 or $70 or so. But since then, we can see it has had quite an impressive return, and it is currently sitting at $212. And in the long term, I really do expect this company to take off. Again, this company helps further diversify my portfolio, as this is in the specialty chemicals industry. We can also see, if we go into the top holders, that the 3 top holders are currently Vanguard with 7.66%, BlackRock with just over 7%, and State Street with 3.8% holding. Ecolab engages in the provision of products and services in the field of water, hygiene and energy. It operates through the following segments: global industrial, global institutional and global energy. And like the other 2 companies that I've already mentioned, Ecolab is on the dividend aristocrat list and has currently have increased their dividends the last 34 years. And the fourth and final company that we're adding today is BHP Group with ticker symbol BHP. It's currently trading at about $53.73. We can see here that it pays over 4% dividend or $2.20 per share. In terms of the 1-year chart, this time last year they were trading at about $3 less than what they are now, but that's probably mainly because of the crash in March where it nearly halved in its value. But since then we can see it had very impressive recovery and is currently sitting at $53.73. If we go into their profile, we can see again that obviously it's in the basic materials, but in industry, it's in other industry, metals and mining, which again helps further diversify my overall portfolio. In terms of some of their top holders, we can see some well-known names here such as Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Northern Trust, etc. In terms of a brief synopsis, BHP Group engages in the exploration, development and production of processing ore, coal and copper. It operates through petroleum, copper, iron ore and coal. So I have now added in those 5 or 4 companies into my materials sector, which now is 5 companies. Again, as I said earlier, I won't be investing into these positions until next week, but I just want to get my portfolio pies set up and ready to go. So now my materials pie will have 5 holdings in the form of Barrick Gold, Air Products and Chemicals, BHP Group, Nucor and Ecolab. So I'm definitely quite happy with the diversification we have now in my materials sector pie. So with all that being said, that brings the end to today's video. If you found it any way helpful or entertaining, please consider subscribing to the channel and definitely liking the video, as would really help me out going forward. Also, it would be great if you would comment below on your thoughts and views of my material sector pie now, and if you think I am diversified enough going forward, and if you hold any of these 5 companies. So with all that being said, that's the end of the video. Thanks very much guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.